There is a photograph of the Earth that is almost entirely empty. No continents, no blue marble, no clouds. Just darkness, 3 bands of stray light, and a single point so small that people have looked at the picture and failed to find us in it. In 1977, NASA launched a spacecraft called Voyager 1. Its job was the outer planets. It reached Jupiter in 1979, Saturn in 1980, sent back everything it was built to send, and then simply kept going. Outward, past the orbit of Neptune, into nothing. Its cameras had no more work to do, but Carl Sagan had an idea, and he had been pushing it for years. Before the cameras were shut down for good, turn the spacecraft around. Point it back the way it came. Take a picture of home. NASA said no. There was no science in it. No data anyone could measure. Pointing a camera that close to the sun risked destroying it. And every command sent to a spacecraft that far away costs time on the deep space antennas, time that other missions needed. It took Sagan more than 5 years to win the argument. On the 14th of February 1990, the command finally went out. It traveled for 5.5 hours at the speed of light before it arrived. 6 billion kilometers from Earth, Voyager slowly turned around and looked back. It took 60 frames, a family portrait of the solar system. The first, and still the only one, taken from outside it. In one of them, there is Earth. It is less than a single pixel. 12 hundredths of 1 pixel of light. And by pure accident, it sits inside a band of scattered sunlight. A flare in the lens. A flaw in the image that happened to fall exactly where we were. That speck is everything. Every person who has ever lived is on it. Every city, every ocean, every war ever fought, every song ever written, everyone you have ever loved. Every human being in the entire history of our species has spent their whole life inside that dot. Carl Sagan called it a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Weeks later, Voyager's cameras were switched off for good to save the power for instruments that measure the space between the stars. That picture is the last thing the spacecraft ever saw. It is still flying, almost 50 years now, past the edge of the sun's influence, out into interstellar space, and it will drift among the stars long after the Earth is gone. And you are still here, on the dot. We spend our whole lives looking up, trying to see out. For one afternoon in 1990, something out there looked back and found us so small it could barely tell we were there. Which is worth remembering the next time you stand outside at night. That sky above you is the view from inside the sunbeam. It is the only one you will ever have. And the sky over any night that mattered to you is still up there, exactly as it was. SkyWhen.com